Hi. Yay, welcome back. Perfect. Hi, welcome back. I'll give everyone just a few minutes to hop on here. During this week, we've been workshopping EPK, or a flying split arm balance. But if that's not in your practice, no worries. We're going to work on the steps in order to create a stronger foundation for that pose. So if you have blocks with you, go ahead and grab them. If not, no worries. You don't really need them. My name is Natasha again. If you're just joining in, welcome. This is a 60-minute all-level vinyasa flow. And we're going to get started today on our backs in Supta Baddha Konasana. If you're following along with that playlist, go ahead and press start now. And what Supta Baddha Konasana looks like is we come all the way down onto our shoulder blades. As the soles of our feet come together to kiss, both knees jet out in opposite directions. Finding an early hip stretch here. If that's too much for your hips, you have the option to place both blocks underneath the thighs. If blocks are not an option for you, go ahead and place the feet all the way out. If you're looking for more of a grounding practice, place both palms onto the earth. If you're ready to receive all this beautiful energy we're about to create, place the palms facing the ceiling. For an introspective practice today, place one palm on heart center and the other hand underneath the low belly, feeling that prana or energy in your body from that breath. Shutting the eyes down here and seeing if you can get rid of that mental to-do list you have swarming around in your head. Yoga is the practice and bridge between mind, body, and breath. Can you use this tool for yourself? Can you find stillness in this pose? Following the natural cadence of your breath, just noticing how that breath makes your belly rise and fall. I invite you to set an intention for today's practice. Maybe that's something or someone that inspires you. Maybe it's a simple word or memory that makes you smile. Starting to think about this intention, shutting the eyes down, letting the shoulder blades melt away from the ears as the crown of your head lifts for that back wall. Sending the breath to those hips. Inhale, full breath, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Feel the collarbone expand, holding the breath at the top of the throat. Opening the mouth, audible exhale, let something go. Ha! Letting your breath inspire your neighbors or roommates. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Let the chest rise, holding the breath at the top of the throat. Opening the mouth, audible exhale, let something go. Ha! Being able to make any sounds that feel good. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Let the collarbone expand, hold the breath at the top of the throat. Seal the lips and let the heat escape through both nostrils this time. Starting to create a slight constriction in the back of your throat as if you're fogging up a glass or a mirror. Dialing into your Ujjayi Pranayama, your victorious breath. In this breath, we build heat in our bodies, always having the option to let it go by simply opening the mouth and exhaling through the mouth. As you take this time to find that Ujjayi breath, find that Darth Vader sound coming from the back of the throat. If your mind has wandered, no worries, coming back to that intention that you set in the beginning of class. Starting to blink the eyes open here, and then placing the palms on the outside of the thighs. Slowly closing your knees together like a book, being kind to your body. Bring both knees into the chest. Exhale, release your spine. Starting to create low back circles here, moving clockwise on your mat. And then counterclockwise, switching the directions, giving your low back some love. Inhale, both heels raise high to the sky, creating an L-shaped position with our bodies. We're dorsiflexing in our fins, meaning our toes are facing the shins. Inhale, lift from the core, lifting the shoulder blades off the earth. Option to modify by keeping the shoulder blades grounded. Reaching past those thighs, finding the core strength, holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Can you lift the shoulder blades higher off the earth? Squeeze the thighs together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Start to create those low back circles once again. Finding any organic movement here that feels good. On the next inhale, both heels come parallel to the earth, dorsiflexing in those fins. Pushing the palm against the thighs here to square off the hips. Inhale, option to leave the shoulder blades on the earth or up level by lifting them off, reaching past those thighs. We're pulsing here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Can you lift from the core, lifting the shoulder blades a little bit higher off the earth? 5, 4. You got this, yogis. 3, 2, 1. Knees into the chest. Let that breath go. Start to create these low back circles. Moving clockwise and then switching the directions. On the next inhale, active listening, or bringing our heels parallel to the earth here, pressing down onto the thighs to square the hips down to the mat. Inhale, lift the shoulder blades off the earth, bringing our palms behind the neck. Reaching and lifting from the core versus from the neck. We're going to run through a few twist crunch here. So right elbow to left knee, find the connection through center. Left elbow to right knee, twist, find the connection back through center. We're here for 10, 9, 8, taking your time, feeling the core strength, finding that twist. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Active listening. We're holding here, bringing both elbows towards the thighs for 5, 4. Lift a little bit higher off the earth. You got this. 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Grab the tops of the shins. Start to move up and down the spine. Creating a few rock and rolls here. Feeling the back body turn on by massaging the full spine. We're creating some hang time here that we're meeting all the way onto our mats in a Navasana boat pose. In this boat pose, maybe you bring the inner thighs together, bringing the knees towards the chest. Option to up level here by bringing the palms out facing the ceiling. Maybe you engage the core here and straighten those legs, squeezing the thighs together. We're here for 5. Inviting those shakes into your practice. That means you're getting stronger. 3, 2, lift the chest a little bit higher. 1, cross at the ankles, finding a neutral tabletop at the top of your mat. In this neutral tabletop pose, our wrists are directly underneath the shoulder blades, knees underneath the hips. Untucking those toes, dropping the belly low, gaze is high to the sky, bolstering your heart towards the stars, cow pose. Exhale, ground down into those palms, round the spine, gazes to the navel, cat pose. Inhale, drop the belly low, chest is high, gazes towards the stars, bolster the chest forward. Exhale, ground down into those palms, protract in the shoulder blades, gazes to the navel. Inhale, cow pose, drop the belly low, send the chest high. Exhale, ground down into those palms, round the spine, cat pose. Shut the eyes down here, coming back to neutral tabletop, and taking any free movement that feels good to your body. Remembering to honor your body and honor your breath. Maybe you move out the wrists, bringing the palms to face the knees. You're home by yourself here, so take any free movement that feels good. Maybe it's a crazy shake. Maybe it's moving out the wrists or neck. Coming back to neutral here, paying attention to our architectural lines. Wrists directly underneath the shoulder blades, knees underneath the hips. We're bringing the knees together here, and then we're tucking the elbows into the ribs, slowly lowering the chin down. We're in a modified chaturanga. Our butt comes, pike that ass up. Inhale, push the earth away from you here. And then exhale, tuck the elbows into the ribs, lower that butt down, or chin down, sending the butt high. Exhale, push the earth away from you. One more time, elbows into the ribs, lower down, sending the chin towards the earth, pike that ass up. Inhale, push the earth away from you, coming back to neutral, bringing the knees out to hips width distance. Left palm traces the right hand, reaching all the way up, finding an opening in that chest. Can you send those left fingertips a little bit farther? Maybe goalpost in the arms, finding a mini heart opening here. Exhale, coming back to neutral, and then sending the left palm underneath the right. Finding a thread the needle, left shoulder blade comes down to the earth. If this is enough for you, you can always stay. If you're looking for a little bit more, go ahead and place the right palm behind you to clasp in between the thigh gap and hip. Maybe you start to rise the right foot off the earth, dorsiflexing in the fin, pointing the right toe towards the earth. The beauty about this pose is you're not very far from the ground, so if you fall out, who cares? Come back into it, engaging in the core, pressing against the left palm to find a stronger stability. Slow and controlled, right foot comes down to the earth. Right palm comes in front of the face, coming in for that counter stretch. Left palm lifts high to the sky. Exhale, neutral. One cat-cow to reset, drop the belly low, bolster your heart towards the stars, send the tailbone high, cow pose. Exhale, ground down into the palms, round the spine, gazes to the navel. Inhale, back to neutral. Bringing the right palm to trace the left, lifting up, finding an opening in the chest. Maybe sending the right palms towards the wall here. Maybe goalposting in the arms, finding a mini heart opening. Inhale, back to neutral. And then exhale, right palm threads underneath the left, finding the right shoulder blade to meet the earth. Maybe this is enough for you here, breathing into this right shoulder. Maybe you bring the left palm behind you to create a clasp in between the hip and thigh. Slow and controlled, sending the left foot high to the sky if balancing is in your practice. Activating in the core and grounding down into the top of the right palm to find a stronger stability. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, left foot comes down to the earth. Left palm comes down in front of the face, moving into that counter stretch, sending the right palm high to the sky. Exhale, back to neutral. Active listening, taking a look at that alignment, wrists directly underneath the shoulder blades, knees underneath the hips. We're tucking those toes, rising 2 inches off the earth, lifted tabletop. In this lifted tabletop, can you push the earth away from you, slightly protracting in the shoulder blades? Gazes in between the palms at the crown of your head, reach forward. Inhale, big belly breath, feel your core turn on, feel your toes grounding down into your mat. You should feel the line of energy through palm to shoulder. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, release. Running through a few cat-cows here with the lifted knees, option to drop them down if this is not in your practice. Drop the belly low, gaze as high. Exhale, round the spine, protract in the shoulder blades, feel your strength. One more cat pose, drop the belly low, gaze as high to the sky. And then exhale, raising the heels and hips, finding Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. We're creating an inverted V shape with our bodies here. Our feet are hips width distance apart. Our palms are a little bit wider than shoulder width distance. We're grounding down into the base knuckle of our index finger and thumb, sending our heart towards the thighs, gaze to the ankles. Inhale, generously bending in both knees, walking your dog out. Inhale, both heels high to the sky, lift them up, and then exhale, can you sink the heels closer towards the earth? Inhale, bringing both feet towards one another. Gazes in between the palms. We look, step, jump, or hop to the top of our mat. Inhale, halfway lift out of the Uttanasana, creating a number 7 with our spine. A soft bend in the knees. Our shoulder blades press against the back wall. Sending the crown of your head forward as if you have a plate of your favorite yums on your back, trying not to spill. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, reach all the way up, moving with intention, reaching for the 4 corners of the room. Gazes in between the palms, maybe take a slight back bend here, and then swan diving, hinging at the hips, leading with the chest. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, high plank. Stepping back to your high plank, active listening, we're bringing our shoulder blades right above the wrists. Our heels are above our toes, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you tuck the elbows into the ribs and slowly lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana? Tuck the elbows into the ribs here, creating that right angle with the forearm and bicep. Inhale, push the earth away from you, finding that high plank. Exhale, tuck the elbows into the ribs, lower down, low plank. One more time, you got this, yogis. Push the earth away from you, high plank. And then exhale, tuck the elbows into the ribs, lowering all the way down to our bellies. Untucking the toes, finding Bhujangasana, low cobra. In this low cobra pose, our palms are underneath the shoulders, right by our ribs. Grounding down into the shoelace portion of our toes, sending the crown of our head to lift forward. Maybe the chin comes slightly down towards the voice box. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, maybe you test your strength here, lifting the palms off the earth, sending the elbows towards one another. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs, feel that back engage. Exhale, plant the palms towards the earth, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Taking one big breath in this downward facing dog, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, release. Inhale, both heels lift high to the sky. Exhale, sink them deep into the earth. Inhale, gazes in between the palms. We look, step, jump, or hop to the top of our mat. Halfway lift out of the Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, reach all the way up, reaching with intention, gazes in between the palms. Swan dive, leading with the chest, hinging at the hips, coming all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, high to low plank, you flow, you grow. Tuck those elbows into the ribs as you lower down, arcing the chest through, upward facing dog. In this upward facing dog, can you push the shoelace portions of your feet to the earth? Pressing the palms into the earth, sending the shoulders away from the ears. Bringing the chin down, inhale. Exhale, over the toes, finding your downward facing dog. Running through a few more sun A's here to really get the breath going. Trying to honor your breath, one breath per movement. Inhale, gazes in between the palms, look, step, jump, or hop to the top of our mat. Inhale, halfway lift out of the Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, reach all the way up. Exhale, swan dive, leading with the chest, hinging at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, high to low plank, you flow, you grow. Tuck the elbows into the ribs as you lower down. Upward facing dog, arc the chest through, exhale, rolling over the toes, downward facing dog. We're gonna run through one change in the sun A, gazes in between the palms, look, step, jump, or hop to the top of our mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, reach all the way up, reaching with intention here. We're grabbing for the left wrist, active listening, moving over towards the right side. Grounding down into the right heel here. Can you spiral your chest towards the ceiling? Inhale, fill the belly, find expansion in this left rib. And then exhale, can you sink a little bit deeper? Inhale through center. Exhale, grabbing the right wrist, moving over towards the left side, finding that twist. Spiraling your chest towards the ceiling. Take one big breath here. Exhale, can you sink a little bit deeper? Inhale through center. Exhale, swan dive, leading with the chest hinging at the hips, coming all the way down. Halfway lift out of the Uttanasana. Exhale, you flow, you grow, choosing your vinyasa. Tucking the elbows into the ribs, option to lower to the knees if you like. And then exhale, coming into your downward facing dog. In this downward facing dog, we're bringing both feet together to touch, grounding evenly in both palms here, sending the chest towards the thighs. Taking one inhale here, fill up. Exhale, release. Inhale, right leg lifts high to the sky, three-legged dog. Option to point your toe here or square the hip off, finding an internal rotation of that leg. Bending in this knee and then finding big circles, moving in a clockwise motion. And then switching the direction to counterclockwise, getting juicy into that synovial fluid in this right hip. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to nose, round the spine, crunch it in, shoulders over wrists, hold. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, active listening. We're making a connection here, hold. Three-legged dog. Right knee to left elbow, cross body, hold. We're sliding that right foot down and then opening the left palm, finding wild thing, sending the chest towards the ceiling. In this fallen triangle or wild thing, can you push the right palm into the earth? Send the chest a little bit higher towards the ceiling. Take one big inhale here. Exhale, slowly start to sink all the way down to your straddle. Your straddle is facing the back right corner of your mat. Option to dorsiflex in your fins here, or maybe you point the toes. Sending the chest, finding a flat back, keeping the integrity of your spine. Getting juicy into this wide-legged center fold. With each breath, can you find expansion through the spine? Inhale, flat back. Exhale, can you sink a little bit deeper? One more breath here. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, release. Walking the palms towards the body. Right palm comes behind our tailbone here to create a little kickstand. We're coming back into wild thing, so push the earth away from you here, lifting the left palm high to the sky just for a moment. And then exhale, left palm comes down to meet the right. 0 to 5 chaturanga push-ups. Tuck the elbows into the ribs if you're here for that physical practice. I promise you these chaturanga push-ups will help us get into our EPK or flying split. If you'd like to skip these cross-body push-ups, no worries. Meet me in a three-legged dog with your right leg high to the sky. Right knee to nose, round the spine, crunch it in, plant the foot in between the palms. Keeping that left palm grounded and then opening up for that easy twist. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, release. Inhale, using the core, lifting up, finding that twisted lunge. Can you open up the chest here, creating balance on your mat? Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs, open your wings. Exhale, left palm comes down to the earth, coming back to your easy twist. Bringing all the weight onto the left side here, maybe finding Vashisthasana, side plank. Option to drop that bottom knee to modify, or option to up level by lifting that top leg all the way up. Pointing in the toes, maybe dorsiflexing in the fins, pushing the earth away from you with this left palm. Inhale, one breath together, fill up. Exhale, right palm comes down to the earth. Maybe right leg stays lifted for a one-legged chaturanga, tucking the elbows into the ribs. Upward facing dog, pull the chest through. Exhale, big toes come together to touch. Knees, you're out in opposite direction, sending the hips towards the heels, child's pose. Taking this moment to come back to your breath. Come back to that intention that you set in the beginning of class. Maybe your intention here is that you ate too many quarantine snacks and you just want to sweat it out today, and that's totally fine. Whatever reason brought you to your mats, dial back in. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, release. Inhale, walking the palms towards the body, finding Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Bringing both feet together to touch. And then left foot lifts high to the sky, three-legged dog. Option to point the toe here or maybe dorsiflex in those fins, finding an inner rotation to square out the hips. Bending in the knee and then starting to create generous circles here. Getting juicy in this left hip. Maybe switching the direction to counterclockwise. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to nose, round the spine, crunch it in, cat back, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, make a connection, hold. Three-legged dog. Left knee to right elbow, cross body, hold. We're sliding the left foot down to the earth and then lifting up with the right palm, sending the chest towards the sky, finding fallen triangle or wild thing. In this wild thing, can you push the left palm into the earth to send your chest a little bit higher, finding expansion in your ribs? Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, slowly sink all the way down, finding that wide-legged straddle at the back left of your mat. Here you have the option to dorsiflex in the fins or point the toes, lifting the chest high, flat back, root to rise, exhale, leaning forward, finding that stretch through the center line. Using your breath as a tool here to inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs, and exhale, lengthen through the spine, send the crown of your head forward. One more breath in the straddle pose. Inhale, can you sink a little bit deeper, sending your chest towards the earth? Inhale, walking the palms back, and then bringing the left palm behind you to create a little kickstand behind the tailbone. We're coming back into that wild thing, so push the left palm into the lift all the way up. And then right palm comes down to meet the left. 0 to 5 chaturanga push-ups. Cross-body push-ups, tuck the elbows into the ribs and lower down. If you're here for that physical practice, or maybe you just take one push-up today, that's just as good. Meeting me in a three-legged dog, left leg high to the sky. Left knee to nose, round the spine, crunch it in, plant the left foot in between the palms. Keeping the right palm grounded and opening up for that easy twist. Gaze into the left fingertips here. Take one big inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, release. Inhale, using the core, grounding down into both feet, finding that twisted lunge. Can you open up your wings a little bit wider, twisting from the core, creating that balance? You got this, yogis. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, right palm comes down to the earth, left palm lifts, easy twist. Starting to bring all the weight onto this right side, finding Vashisthasana, side plank. Maybe you drop that bottom knee down here, or maybe you up level by lifting all the way up, finding your side plank variation. Taking one more breath here, push the earth away from you with this right palm, lift the hips. Exhale, left palm comes down to the earth. Maybe the left foot stays lifted for a one-legged chaturanga as you lower down. Upward facing dog, pull the chest through. Exhale, big toes come together to touch, sending your hips towards your heels. Child's pose. Taking this moment to come back to that intention, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, release. One more full breath. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, release. Walking the palms towards the body here, finding that downward facing dog. And then bringing both feet together behind you with that inverted V shape. Right foot lifts high to the sky, three-legged dog, starting to draw circles with that right knee. Moving clockwise. And then switching the direction to counterclockwise. Inhale, right heel lifts high to the sky, scorpion tailing right heel towards left glute. If your right armpit shoots up towards the ceiling, can you square it off towards your mat, grounding evenly in both palms? Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to nose, round the spine, crunch it in. Three-legged dog. Right knee to right elbow, active listening. We're sliding that knee all the way up to the armpit, holding for one. And then exhale, three-legged dog. Right knee to left elbow, cross body hold. Inhale, three-legged dog. Right knee to nose, round the spine, crunch it in, plant the foot in between the palms. We're pivoting that back heel to 45 degrees and then rising all the way up, Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. In this Warrior 1, we're creating a right angle with this right knee. Our back foot is pivoted to 45 degrees. We have a heel-to-heel alignment. So that means if a laser is shooting out of your right heel, it should bisect the left. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, sink the shoulder blades down the spine. Gaze in between the palms. One more breath, yogis. You got this. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, clasp the palms underneath you, lifting the chest high, and then sending the heart down, finding humble warrior. In this humble warrior, we're sending the crown of the head down towards the earth. Can you use your fists as steering agents to square off that right hip? Taking one full breath here. You got this. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, warrior 1. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, pivoting that back foot, finding your warrior 2 on the opposite side. In this warrior 2, we're sending the right knee towards the top right corner of our mat. Letting the shoulder blades melt away from the ears, gazes in between the right fingertips. We're almost there. If that right quad is talking to you, inhale, reach for something you desire. Exhale, committing to the bend in the front knee, finding peaceful warrior. And then slow and controlled, pivoting the palms to frame the right foot. Both toes are pivoted towards the front of the room, finding a pyramid pose, straightening in both legs. A couple options here, getting juicy in this right hamstring. If this is enough for you, find your breath. Lengthen through the spine with each exhale. Can you sink the chest closer towards the right shin? If you're wanting to up level here, bring both palms behind you to face the back of the mat. We're bringing all the weight onto the right foot, leaning forward, and then sending the left toes towards the sky, finding flamingo pose. Finding a deep stretch in this flamingo pose, send the gaze towards the back of the mat. Taking one big inhale here. Exhale, coming back to pyramid pose. Inhale, placing both palms to frame the right foot, and then lifting the left toes, finding that standing split, left leg comes high to the sky. In this standing split, we're coming down for 3 Shiva squats. If handstand hops are in your practice and you'd like to play with inversions, you're more than welcome. Left knee comes down towards right ankle, tenting at the fingertips, lifting in the chest for 1. Exhale, left foot lifts high. Left knee to ankle, open up the chest, Shiva squat. Exhale, standing split. Last one, yogis, you got this. Left knee to ankle, open up the chest. Exhale, standing split. Left foot comes to meet the right, grab opposite elbows here, ragdoll pose. If you do have low back issues, bring the feet out to about hips width distance apart. A soft bend in those knees, inviting the chest to kiss the thighs. Finding a decompression in your neck and spine, letting the head hang heavy. Inhale, big belly breath, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, release. Inhale, slight inner rotation of those toes in a gap in between the heels. We're rising all the way up into Utkatasana chair pose. In this Utkatasana chair pose, take a look at your alignment. If your knees surpass your toes, can you bring that ass back? Sending the gaze in between the palms, slightly tucking the tailbone in, finding a natural curvature of the spine. As if you're trying to rip your mat in two, ground down evenly into both feet, feeling the outer glutes turn on. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, sink deep. You got this, yogis. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs, rise. Exhale, sink all the way down, painting a wall with those fingertips, planting the palms. Option to choose your journey back to your vinyasa, high to low plank. Tuck the elbows into the ribs as you lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog, arc the chest through. Exhale, downward facing dog, rolling over the toes. In this downward facing dog, maybe you drop to the knees, bringing big toes together to touch, sending the chest towards the earth. Taking a moment here to come back to your intention, maybe grabbing some water, toweling off. Why is it that you showed up on your mat today? What can you let go in this practice? Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lung. Exhale, release. Inhale, walking the palms towards the body, finding Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, or that inverted V shape. In this inverted V shape, creating a little bit of a lift, bringing both feet together to touch. And then left foot lifts high to the sky, three-legged dog. Option to dorsiflex in the fins, sending an inner rotation of that hip. Or maybe you point the toes, sending them high. Exhale, bending at the knee, drawing generous circles with this left knee. Moving in a clockwise motion and then switching the direction to counterclockwise, really lubricating in this left hip. I'm not sure if that's a good enough reason to use the word lubricating, but here we are. Inhale, left foot lifts high to the sky. Exhale, scorpion tail, left heel towards right glute. If the left armpit shoots up towards the ceiling, can you square it off towards your mat, grounding evenly in both palms? Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to nose, round the spine, crunch it in, shoulders over wrists, cat back. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, make a connection, active listening. We're sliding our knee all the way up towards the armpit. Three-legged dog. Left knee to right elbow, cross body, hold. Inhale, three-legged dog. Left knee to nose, round the spine, crunch it in, plant the foot in between the palms. We're pivoting that back leg to 45 degrees and then rising up, Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1 on the opposite side. In this Warrior 1, creating a right angle with the left knee. Our back foot is pivoted to 45 degrees, gaze in between the palms of the shoulder blades, melt down the spine. Finding one, inhale here, you got this, control the breath, control the mind. Inhale, full breath, fill the belly. Exhale, bring the palms to clasp, lifting the heart high, and then sending it down for humble warrior. In this humble warrior, as you send the crown of your head towards the earth, can you use this fist to square off the left hip? Taking one expansive breath in this humble warrior. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, release. Inhale, rising up, Warrior 1, just for a moment, you got this. Twisting that back foot, opening up to Warrior 2 towards the right side. In this Warrior 2, our hips are square towards the right. Our drishti or gaze is in between the left fingertips. Let the shoulder blades melt down. Generously bending in this left knee, reaching for something you desire and committing to that bend, finding that peaceful warrior. Slow and controlled, cartwheeling the palms to frame the left foot, and then bringing both toes to pivot towards the front, finding that pyramid pose. The goal here is to get juicy into this left hamstring, so if that means bringing the legs super close together, that's totally fine. Honor your body and honor your breath. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. If this is enough for you, you can always stay. If you're looking to up level, bring both palms behind you to face the back of the mat. Bringing the weight towards the left, sending the chest forward. And then seeing if the right toes can slightly start to lift, finding flamingo pose. Gaze is behind your mat here. Finding an expanding breath. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, release. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, release. If you're in flamingo pose, we're coming back to pyramid, bringing the palms to frame the left foot. And then lifting the right heels high to the sky, finding standing split. Options for your handstand hops inversions here, or if you're with me, I'm tenting at the fingertips, and then sending my right knee towards my left ankle, lifting the chest, Shiva squat. Exhale, standing split. Knee to ankle, open up the chest. Standing split. Last one, knee to ankle, open up the chest here. Standing split, bringing both feet together to match. Grabbing opposite elbows, ragdoll pose, letting the head hang heavy. In this ragdoll pose, I want you to place the palms underneath the feet, finding Padahastasana. Maybe the toes massage the wrists, playing with weight distribution. Can you bring all the weight onto those toes, trusting yourself to stay up? Finding an up dog quality in the chest, lifting up, and then exhale, sending the weight to the heels, lifting the toes. One more time, weight towards the toes, lift the heels, trust yourself, yogis, you got this. Exhale, releasing both palms. A slight inner rotation of those toes and a gap in between the heels. We're bending generously in both knees, rising up, Utkatasana chair pose. Bringing both palms into heart center here. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, left elbow comes on the outside of the right thigh, sending the gaze towards the right shoulder blade. Can you send the weight in the heels? Gaze is behind you. Inhale, fill the belly. Maybe you open up those wings here. Maybe you find a side crow if that's in your practice. Taking one more expansive breath, open up those wings, lift the chest. Exhale through center. Inhale, bringing the right palm or right elbow, on the outside of the left thigh, gaze is behind the left shoulder blade. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, maybe you open up those wings, finding a deeper twist. You got this, yogis. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale through center. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, swan dive, leading with the chest, hinging at the hips. Planting both palms towards the earth, maybe finding your Kakasana Crow pose. In Kakasana Crow, our index fingers are creating a number 11 here, and then grounding them down into the earth. Distributing the weight all the way towards the toes as if we just did in Padahastasana. Bringing the knees to tuck into the armpits, and then creating a little shelf here with your forearm. Maybe one foot lifts off the earth today. Your gaze is above and past the top of your mat. Maybe that other foot lifts. Maybe no feet lift today, and that's okay. Squeezing the core, finding that center line, choosing your journey back to your vinyasa. Maybe you jump back to your chaturanga, finding that upward facing dog. Maybe you skip your vinyasa entirely and meet in a child's pose. Big toes come together to touch. Forehead comes down to the earth. Taking a moment to come back to that intention. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, release. Inhale, walking the palms towards the body and then finding that downward facing dog. Taking one cleansing breath here in this down dog. You got this, yogis. Inhale, both heels lift high to the sky. Exhale, sink them deep into the earth. Right foot lifts high to the sky, three-legged dog, scorpion tailing that right heel towards left glute. Slow and controlled, if you're ready, grounding down into this left palm. We're flipping our dog over, reaching for something we desire with the right. Maybe giving me a little wave here. And then slow and controlled, right palm comes down to the earth. Right foot lifts high to the sky. Right knee to nose, round the spine, crunch it in, cat back. Three-legged dog. Right knee to right elbow, make a connection, active listening. We're sliding the knee down to the wrist this time. And then inhale, shooting it back up, three-legged dog. Right knee to left elbow, cross-body hold. Sliding the right foot down to the earth, lifting the left palm high, finding wild thing. Just for a moment, pressing the right palm into the earth, lifting the chest high. And then left palm comes down to the earth to meet the right. You know what time it is, 0 to 5, chaturanga push-ups. Tuck it down, maybe taking these push-ups. These push-ups are going to help us get into our flying split. I promise, three-legged dog, right leg high to the sky. Right knee to nose, round the spine, crunch it in, plant the foot in between the palms. And then we're pivoting that back leg here, rising all the way up, Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. In this Warrior 1, grounding down into both feet evenly. Gaze is in between the palms, let the shoulder blades melt down the spine. Taking one big inhale here, you got this. Fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, palms come together to clasp, lifting the chest, and then sending the heart down, finding humble warrior. In this humble warrior, can you take a big breath in? Exhale, grounding down into this right palm, finding toppling tree, lifting off, finding that balance. Sending the chest towards the right thigh here, bringing the fists forward. Taking one more breath here, inhale. Exhale, slow and controlled, landing back into our warrior one. Here from warrior one, we're painting a rainbow on the top of our mat,